Into summer. Nobody wants to work harder in the summer. We're heading out on road trips. If you've got any sort of vehicle, any mode of transportation, is it a car, an SUV, an RV, a boat, a motorcycle, you're gonna wanna stay with us for this amazing exclusive offer that we've got for you for one day and one day only. This is Lustrelab. This is the LXR AllinOne Acrylic car wash. Everywhere else, you have to buy one bottle at a time. Today, here at HSN, you're gonna get 2 bottles for almost the price of one. And I'm gonna give you the offer right away. This is a 5-in-1 product that works for the entire car, the entire vehicle. I'm talking about the car, the body of the car, the windows, the chrome, the wheels. It does it all. But once you use it, guess what? You're washing the car less. It's got this proprietary technology that repels dirt. It literally sheets off. If you get hit by a rainfall, they like to say it's a free car wash because it doesn't bead off. It sheets off the car. It's crazy. Yes, it works on those sticky bugs that nobody could take off. Yes, it works on tar as well. And here's the offer we're doing exclusively today for this awesome 5-in-1. Everywhere else, you get one bottle, one 32-ounce bottle for $21.95. Here at HSN, you're gonna pay for one, you're gonna get a second one, 32 ounces as well, full size, for $8 more. It is almost a 2-for-1 sale. We've got 3 flex pay, $9.98, and it's gonna make any vehicle, any car, any truck look brand new, okay? Get rid of those dull looking vehicles. A lot of people buying used cars right now. You're gonna make it look brand new, and I can't wait to show you who my special guest is live in the studio, our very own Pete Cook-Cullen.
Hey,
oh my God, it's so cool to have you here. We're gonna wash a car in the studio because the weather, Mother Nature wasn't playing nice with us
The only thing that didn't cooperate was the weather. But we're gonna be able to show you how great this LXR is, even though we're here in the studio. Because here's the thing about this. We're gonna show you a completely different way to make your car look amazing. Now, here's what we always know, how to make your car look great, right? We're gonna have to wash it, then we're gonna have to wax it, and we're gonna have to buff all that off, and then we're gonna have to dry it. But we're not gonna do any of that. So after you do all that work, I'm gonna show you on this side of the hood of this car. If I put water on there, that's what you start to see. And look, all the water beads up really nice. And we used to think, well, that's it, we've done it. That's what we want, right? But that's not what we want, because what happens with this is if we don't spend all that extra time drying it, we've already spent a lot of work to get here. Now we have to dry it or it's gonna leave water spots. So I'm gonna show you with the LXR, we're gonna do none of those steps. We're gonna get rid of all those steps. And what we're gonna do is wash your car just like normal. So I've got some LXR in the bucket down here, and you're gonna see it suds up just like you're used to. So we're gonna wash it just like normal. So you can use one of our sponges, you can use an old t-shirt. Remember using an old t-shirt when you were, when I was young, we did that all the time. So look at this. So you're washing it just like normal. There's none of that other elbow grease. You don't have to do any of that. You're just going to use the normal car wash that you've done for so many years. Look at that. And that foam, those suds, that's what does it all. Now, if we were outside, we then would take the hose and just rinse this. All we have to do is rinse it. So I'm gonna rinse it with a clean sponge and clean water and just try to rinse as much of this off as I can to kind of give you the effect. It's gonna be a little more difficult here. Might take me a few.
Yeah, because
we're inside.
We were gonna be outside, but take a look and watch what's gonna happen, because that's the thing, Pete. We got a lot of summer plans. Nobody wants to be spending a lot of time washing the car. And yes, it will work on all of that stuff that sticks to the car and really starts staining the vehicle. It's a proprietary technology, right, Pete?
Right, exactly. So even when I'm doing this, you'll start to see how it's just, you can see how thick it is, this acrylionic formula. So now, you can even see where I still didn't even rinse it, but look at the suds running off. So this is what's going to happen, even without the force of that hose. It's all running off. And here's what's important about that acrylionic formula. When we call it acrylionic, it contains acrylic, which is the same thing that your clear coat is made of. So look at that. There's virtually no spots. Now, it's not dry, but I'm looking at it on the monitor. It looks dry. It's shiny. It's dry. We're restoring that clear coat. We're making it better every single time we wash. And this is without a real rinse. I think it's so neat when you can see that. And I'll show you the thickness of this LXR in a moment. But that's what's so amazing. And I'm gonna put some more water on that. I wanna, as we're on that shot right there, I'll show you, just as I put more water on that and you see it just go right off. It just runs.
It's not beating off, Pete. It's not beating off,
you know what?
It's sheeting off.
If I did that same thing, if I just took the water and I do it over here, you see what happens.
Sure.
Now those are water spots, or a lot of time drying. And you know what's funny? It took how many steps to even get to this before you have to dry. But look at that, as this dries, you're not gonna see those spots.
Gorgeous.
I love this area right here, look at that. And it's only been, what, a couple of minutes? And it just looks beautiful. But here's the even better part. You talked about the free car wash when it rains. But think about this, we're gonna use it once. It's gonna start to make that acrylic in your clear coat look better. And then you're gonna do it a second time and a third time. So now, it's making that acrylic better, that clear coat, but it's protecting from that dirt coming back again and again. There it is, filling in those microscopic divots. We can't see many of those, but from sun and just the pollution in the air, it starts to really erode away at that clear coat. And think about this, so many of us looking to buy that cool new used car, you know, new for us, but it's a used car. You can restore that clear coat by using LXR, and every time you use it, it gets better.
Okay, so remember, it's a true 5-in-1. So this is gonna be your wash, it's your wax, it's your windows, it's your tire cleaner. Yes, it's good for bugs, and yes, it takes off the tar. It is almost a 2-for-1 today. One is $22. You're getting the second one for $8 more. And we do have single and auto ship, because you're always gonna have your car or your vehicle. As far as I'm concerned, you've got any mode of transportation, you need this, because nobody wants to spend you know, weekly visits to getting the car detailed. You can be doing this all by yourself with a finish unlike any other. So single or auto ship. With auto ship, it means you're never without your favorite product, and you decide how often you want to receive it. That price is locked in, and you can still cancel at any time. So a lot of you doing auto ship, especially if you're a multiple car family. Each one of these bottles is said to do about 8 to 10 washes, depending, of course, on the size of the car or the boat or whatever it is you're washing. But remember, one goes for $21.95. Today, for $8 more, you are getting the full 32-ounce second available. This is an exclusive offer. 089760 is your item number. We are live on Facebook, so if you've got any questions for Pete, finally back live in the studio, first time back in years, come on in. I'll be monitoring that chat. But Pete, I mean, this is beautiful. It looks brand new.
I wanted to show this one more time, because then I want to talk about some of the other things that LXR is so great for. So we haven't touched it since we saw it last. I mean, and look at that. That is such little work. And the other part about this, Leslie, that's so cool, you don't have to learn how to do anything, how to apply wax and then how to rub that wax off. You don't have to do any of that. All you do is wash the car that you've been doing your entire life, and those are the results you can get. And we're not gonna have to worry about the beating up. But think about this, LXR is also gonna be your wheel cleaner, so we're gonna use it on those rims to take care of that brake dust, on the glass, and it's a bug cleaner and a tar remover. So I'm gonna go over here, I have a hood of a car over here that's white, and again, you're gonna see how great this works at removing those really tough stains. So again, I don't have the ability to rinse, but again, you're using this like a normal car wash with that sponge, or again, an old t-shirt, and it does such a great job at removing those tough stains.
And
Look
Pete,
at that.
it's one product for all the jobs, right?
Exactly,
it's
it
not,
replaces
you know, five different products.
Yeah, 5 in 1. So think about this, when you're using this, you're gonna get those stains off, the bugs, the tar, all of that, but then it's going to keep that from happening in the future. Again, I want to be able to rinse this, which I don't have right now, but it works on all those areas. And the headlights and the glass, the windshield, it doesn't matter. It replaces all of those products, and it is so simple to use. So think about you just saving all that money on all those other products that you think you have to use for those specific areas. You don't, and then you get phenomenal results just washing your car, kind of the old-fashioned way, but you've got this new technology that makes it look amazing.
Yeah, so that old car, believe it or not, starts looking better, because this is an acrylic technology. So it starts filling in those little microscopic cracks, those little pores, those little dips in the car or in the paint, and that take the luster, steal the luster from the car. Now you're filling that in, so the more you use LXR, the more you're gonna get that beautiful high polish, beautiful high shine finish. We are busy. Remember, this is is basically 2 for normally almost the price of 1, Pete, because when you consider 1 is $21 and change, we're at 2 for $29.95. 3 FlexPay means $10 gets it home with your shipping and handling. 5 products in 1. You don't have to, carry the bucket around with 5 different products. It does it all from tip to tip, from headlights to tail on the car, including the glass. And by the way, a little VIP event started right here, right now at midnight. So essentially, if you are a card holder, right, Jared, for every, what is it, $75? Every $75 you spend at HSN, you're gonna get $15 back, and you can use that code on the screen there as many times as you'd like. So if you're a card holder, if you don't have a card, you can still apply for one and take advantage. But Pete, we're all heading out. You want that shiny car. You don't wanna be detailing it and spending that money week after week. You're saving a fortune.
Well, saving a fortune. If you've gone through those, they got those really beautiful car washes now that you can drive through, you stay in your car. Have you ever seen those?
Yes.
$25? I think sometimes you can get the really cheap one for like $17 for that single car wash. So think about how much money you can save if you've been trying those, because trying to get these kind of great results is just too much work, but not anymore. And I wanted to show you this formula, that acrylionic. So when you see this thick, really like a honey-like consistency, that's because of that acrylic in there, and that's what's restoring your clear coat, making it better every single time you use it. So I'll go over this again and I'll show you the difference, kind of the difference of what you get with all that hard work and then what you can get with the LXR with virtually no work. I'm gonna put this down on the ground.
And it's a pretty fascinating product, by the way, biodegradable as well. So if you're doing this in your driveway, you're not worried about it. You're not worried about spraying the grass or getting anything wet. It just makes your life easier. Pete, it's what we say, working smarter, not harder, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you're doing all those steps, and I'll show you again, if we put the water on this one side and we kind of get the water beating up, and we really thought in the past that's what we wanted, but here I've just got the suds on there and I'm just gonna wash it just like normal. And it's so nice, even if you're washing your car, if you were to wash it, then rinse it immediately and wash it again, you will see even better results. Every single time you do it, the results get better and better. And all you're gonna do is rinse it. So look at that. I do it just like this on my own car. I leave it until it's time to put the sponge down. I'm gonna get some clear water here. This is gonna be a little tough to rinse. I'm gonna try to rinse this. They were yelling at me not to put too much water on the floor. I think I'm over my limit already, but here we go. Just because you'll see, even doing it this way, it only takes a minute as it just starts to run off there. A little bit more water. I think we're still good. And you'll start to see. As I put that even in the center like that, and now we just give it a chance to run right off. You know what, I'm gonna stop because it's gonna start to do it right there.
But you can see
look at this section.
If we focus right here, do you see, it's not beating off, it's like sheeting off the car, Pete. This is why we like to say, every time it rains, congratulations, you just got a free car wash, right, Pete? Yeah, because it will sheet off any dust that's accumulated. Yeah, and then it's protecting. Remember, this is gonna keep your car from getting dirty. That's beautiful. Every single time you use it, it restores that clear coat. So if you're looking at your car and it just looks dull and it's not shiny anymore, and even when you wash it, you can't get that shine back, this is improving the shine that originally came with your car. When your car was brand new, it had this shine because that clear coat was thick and brand new. We got the questions coming in too. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so does this leave like a soap residue on the windows? That's the first question from Adam. Nope, not at all. Same way that it's rinsing off this hood of the car that we have here, you're gonna put it on the windows and you're gonna rinse it with that hose. That's all you're gonna do. So no, certainly no soapy residue on the windows. And look at this, Melissa says, do you let it air dry or do you need to towel it dry? These are all great questions, people. That's the huge difference. So that's a great question. So when we're using that wash and wax and buffing and all that hard work, if you don't towel it dry, you've kind of wasted your time because you're gonna get the water spots. Here, we're gonna wash the car like normal. We're gonna rinse it off just like we did here, and I had to rinse it almost by hand. I mean, we're not doing anything. Look, we would not touch this. You would just let it dry, and it's going to look phenomenal because there won't be water spots. And if you were to, if I had a hose right here and I hit it again with the hose, it would run right off and look this good again. So just let it dry. That's the big difference. So I'm glad we hit on that for sure. And Deborah is asking that universal question: does it take the bird droppings off? Right? Because that happens every time you wash the car. You're pulling out, and you're like, oh. you got the present, right?
Exactly, but some of those things, like the bird droppings, like here in Florida, we have the love bugs, or it's the, you get those tar, kind of that black tar on the front of your car, and any type of bugs. Those are gonna not only keep it from accumulating, but it's also gonna make it easy to take those off. So as I showed earlier, we had the tar on the front of that hood. Again, all of those really difficult things come off because this is a 5-in-1. It does replace that tar and bug remover. It replaces the glass cleaner, the wheel cleaner. I know the big one is, and I said it just briefly before, but the brake dust. So if you have those chrome rims and the brake dust just makes them dirty in minutes, you're gonna see that it takes much longer for that brake dust to accumulate when you use the LXR on your rims. Remember, you could use it all around the outside of that tire wall and then on the rims.
The tires, all of it, you guys. This is 089760. It is a one-day only offer. This is Lustrelab, the LXR All-in-One Acrylic Car Wash, and we've got an exclusive offer you're not gonna find anywhere else. Remember, anywhere else, one 32-ounce bottle is $21.95. You're getting 2 today for $29 and change. So $29.95, it means you pay for one, you're getting a second one for $8 more. And look at the difference, Pete, because the difference is clear, crystal clear, right? Super shiny and lustrous and clear. It just, you know what? You're gonna have the shiniest ride on the block if you've got any sort of car or truck. Do you have an SUV? Do you have a bus? You know, do you drive a tour bus, a boat, a motorcycle? Nobody wants to be washing that car or that vehicle week after week. You're gonna wash it less with this.
Yeah, exactly, but it's even all that other work. To get it to really shine, we thought the only way was to certainly wash it, so you're gonna wash it and rinse it. Then you're gonna have to wait till it dries because you have to apply that wax and you let the wax dry, and that's where the hard work becomes. You need the elbow grease to remove that wax. Then you're gonna have to rinse again and dry it by hand because you'll get the water spots. So it's amazing that we used to spend all that work to get something that's dramatically inferior to what we're getting with the LXR, and you're doing it exactly like you've always washed your car. It is so simple. There's nothing to learn. You're not gonna have to read the directions on the bottle.
And it's not multiple steps. It is the way we grew up washing a car. You get the bucket, you pour, and by the way, Pete, I want you to walk us through how much we pour, right? I guess it depends on the size of your vehicle, but look, we're standing here. We're not even touching the hood of this car. You see on one side, that is what we always wanted. We loved when the water would bead off.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're right. Once those beads of water dry, then now you've got stains again. We've done nothing. Pete didn't towel this off. Pete didn't dry this up.
I didn't even get to rinse it with the hose.
We didn't even get to rinse it because we're not being allowed to use a hose in here. Look at the results. I mean, I could see Pete's face. Pete, I could see you if you're making fun of me. I could see his reflection there. Is that not nuts?
And if you've not someone who ever even considered washing and waxing and buffing out the car because it's just too much, but you want your car to look great, this is the way to do it. I mean, it really is the simplest way. It's really, really easy. And I want everyone, again, I know we're focusing on this, but the 5-in-1. So I want you just to see, we did half a wheel over here, and this is that really shiny chrome wheel. Because again, that brake dust is so difficult to deal with because it keeps coming back. But when you use that LXR, you use it once, then you use it again and again, it really does provide that protection. So not only does it take much longer for the brake dust to accumulate, but it's gonna come off really quick and easy when you do go to wash that car. So you're absolutely gonna love it. And remember, you're washing the car, the wheels, you're gonna do the windows, you're gonna do all that molding. You know, when you get that, when you're waxing your car, if you get it on that, that black molding, it's really bad for that and you can't get it off. So this, you don't have to worry about that. This LXR can go on everything. And again, you're using a sponge, you're using a towel, you can use an old t-shirt. We used to use the dishwashing liquid. You remember that? You just pour it in a bucket and put it on your car.
We didn't think of any of that. And you know the feeling, by the way, when you have just cleaned or polished your car. It's a great feeling, and you're hoping that you can keep it that way for a couple of days to come. Now you're not worrying about it, because the more you use your Lustrelab LXR, remember, if it gets a little dusty, you hose it off, because now the water's gonna sheet off. It is protective as well. Each time you wash your car, it's gonna do its job and protect the car, give you that glass-like finish, make an old car look new. Today, it's almost 2 for the price of one, Pete, when you consider one is $22.95. You're getting 2 32-ounce bottles. We do have single or auto ship, so if you're interested in always having this product at hand and locking in that price that nobody else has, please consider auto ship, because with auto ship, you can still cancel at any time, but you manage the frequency which you receive the product. You can do 90 days, 120 days, once a year if you want, but that price will never change for you, and you can cancel at any time. So a lot of you doing auto ship because you always got to wash your car. You're never going to stop doing that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you don't want to go through those car washes that are so expensive. So I'm going to put some water on this sponge, and we'll show again what happens on the one side that has been washed and waxed, and then we'll show we've already done the LXR on this side. So I won't even use the LXR again. So this will kind of be like if it rains out. So if I put a little bit on here, I mean, there's still beads of water all over that they haven't gone away. They're just going to dry like that. But if I do it here, I'm going to try to just squeeze a whole bunch of water in the middle here, and I'm just going to see what happens. So if I just pour that water on there, and we just, you know, it made some bubbles on there, but you know what? There they go.
But look.
Yeah.
You didn't even use the LXR again. That's what we're talking about.
It just starts to run right off there. I mean, you can just see, and it's funny, if I had the water as it goes from this side to the other side, it just starts to bead right off. I mean, the sheeting action is amazing. So I think you'll love it, because remember, you are washing the car exactly like you've always done it. You're gonna put 4 ounces of your LXR in a bucket. You know, you just agitate it with the hose, right? Spray it, it foams up really beautifully, and then you're just gonna put it all over the car and then rinse it. You don't even have to wait. You certainly don't wanna let it dry on your car. Just rinse it off and you will get these results.
By the way, Beth wants to know if she can use it on her soft top convertible or even the rubber trim.
Yeah, the rubber trim is what I was just talking about. That's when you're using a wax, that can be really staining on that type of thing. But yeah, you can use it on any of those areas. Absolutely fine.
Okay, Beth, I hope we answered your question. This is a deal nobody else has. We're really proud of this one because 'tis the season. We're all heading out on the road trips. We're going to summer barbecues. We're meeting with family. You're going to the beach. You know that the car gets filthy. Yes, it works on bugs. Yes, it takes off the tar stains. It is everything from the windows to the body of the car to the bumpers to the wheels, and every time you use it, the car looks better and better. One is $22, you guys, $21.95. We've got an exclusive offer, one day only. You pay for one, you're getting the second one, the second 32-ounce bottle for $8 more. 089760 is your item number, and Pete, we are out of time, but you know what? Nobody wants to work hard for the summer. We want to do the things we want to do.
It's so easy.
This is going to be your best friend heading out.
Remember, the more you use it, the better it gets. Of course, when it rains or anything like that, you're going to get that free car wash, but it is ultimately the easiest way to get the best shine.
Oh, Pete, it's so good to see your face in the studio, my friend.
Good to see you.
089760 is your item number. Everybody's getting two. Nowhere else do you get two. That is just done for HSN. So please consider it today, because, you know, if you've got any sort of vehicle, then you absolutely need this in your arsenal. It's going to be so easy and big results. Okay, and by the way, we want you to start your weekday mornings off right with HSN today. By now, you know it's a brand new HSN